So I just want to share some things that I've learned along my journey, with everything that I'm trying to do, the journey of trying to become the best version of myself, the journey of trying to find myself, my purpose. I'm just trying to fit in where I could get in and find my purpose in this life. I've been on this journey since last year when I decided to run a marathon, something I never thought I'd ever do. I've learned a lot of things about myself. I've learned that I'm more capable of doing things that I thought I couldn't do. I learned that I'm actually more disciplined than I thought I ever was. I've learned that when I feel like I don't want to do something, I can still control my actions and do it. I've learned these things about myself. But the one thing that stands out the most, the one thing that I've learned that stands out the most is the reactions that I get from the people that are actually watching this journey. Now, before I get into this, just let me tell you something about me. I have passion for the lazy man, the man that comes home from work in his 20s with no purpose, with no dream, with no vision, smokes weed, plays video games, and makes a ton of excuses to not do anything to challenge his life. I have passion for that man, for those men, because that was me. I was that person. Go to work for 40 hours, come home, smoke weed, play video games, drink, same process over and over. Never challenge myself. That was me. And so the one thing that I've learned about myself in this journey when it comes to that is that I have a desire or a passion within me to preach this message to those people, the people that are stuck in their comfort, because that was me. Unfortunately, when it comes to some of these people, there's only going to be the people that are watching you, there's only going to be one of three things that are going to happen when they see you. Either they're going to hate on you because you're doing something that they wish they can do or they can't do, which is probably going to be the most common thing. Or they're going to come and congratulate you and say, hey, man, that's what's up. That was tight. I like that. Congratulations. That's what's up, man. Give you a pat on the back, whatever, right? They're going to be proud of you, whatever. That's going to be another thing, right? That's going to be the second least common thing I feel like would happen. The third least common thing that's going to happen is they're going to see you. They're going to understand that you used to be just like them, and they're going to come to you and ask you for advice. I say that's the least because most men don't have the courage to go and ask another man what he should do to change his life, right? And I know that because that used to be me. I think as men, sometimes we're too prideful and we feel like we don't need help from other men, but man, we need each other. Men build men up. We need each other. It's so important to have a man in your life, whether it's a father figure or a brother or just somebody your age or older or younger. It's important to have a man in your life that will come and just build you up and just encourage you. And even when you're the shittiest person or in your shittiest habits, dude, men like that are dope, bro. Like, that's what I'm trying to be, It's just unfortunate that when you try to share this with people, they don't receive it. It sucks. It sucks. I've seen it, and it's crazy because, like I said, I used to be that person, weed smoker, video game player, excuses to not challenge myself, lazy, bare minimal. That was all me all day, right? Well, when I finally decided to step out of my comfort zone, let me tell you, it did something to my confidence. It started to change me. And let me tell you, man, I'm barely touching the tip of the iceberg with this stuff. Barely, because there's other people that are so much further and accomplished in chasing after themselves compared to where I'm at. But I'm here though. I showed up. I finally made it. I finally made it to the party. Now it's time to get to work. So as soon as I started making the decision to do hard things, to step out, to challenge myself, it started to build this confidence, and I come around and I have a desire to share this information with people, and they don't want to receive it. And it hurts because I feel like when I come around with the intention to help. I have my intentions are to help push somebody to the next level. You know, that's what my intentions are. So when people feel threatened by me, or when people feel less than me, that's not what I'm trying to accomplish. I'm not trying to make you feel less because I'm doing more than you, or because I'm doing something you're not. I'm not trying to do that. There's somebody else who's doing more than me. They're working harder than me. They're a lot further than me. They run fast. Dude, they're just badasses out there, right? But I don't want to come around people and say stuff and make them feel like I'm just like too far above them. You know, that's not my mission. That's not what I'm here to do, you know. My biggest desire is that the people that struggle with the things that I used to struggle with, my biggest desire is that they would grow up, that they would have enough courage to step out and to challenge themselves. That's my desire for those people, because that's my group of people. That's where I come from. And you know, so if you ever see me, or you ever hear me, or if you even know me and you hear me or you see me talking about these things, don't feel like that, man. That's not why I'm here. You know, more than likely I probably was just like you, or even worse, you know, more than likely. But yeah, don't be afraid to come and talk to me. Don't feel threatened by me. I'm nobody. I'm just another man out here trying to figure it out like everybody else. And you know, I'm fortunate enough to have finally stepped out of my comfort zone and start challenging myself, thanks to some of the people that have encouraged me. People that I've seen on YouTube that don't even know me. Thank you guys. The first person that comes to my mind when I think of people like that is David Goggins. You know, that's the first person that comes to my mind. He really inspired me, man. I don't even know the man. He don't even know me. He probably will never know that he inspired me. But dude, he inspired me. And, you know, I'm appreciative for that. I'm appreciative for the fact that he stays disciplined in what he believes, because it helped me to understand that, like, hey, this is real, you know? It helped me to understand that it's doable and that people are actually doing it. It's not impossible. But aside from David Goggins, there's not only one other person I would put above him. There's a lot of other people that mean more to me that I'll put above him. But aside from David Goggins, I think the most important thing that you can do is have a relationship with God, and to let God be the one to encourage you into you know, to push you into from one level to the next. You know, I don't think that there's anybody or anything more powerful or more loving or more forgiving than God, than Jesus himself. So I think that that's probably the one, I can't say thing, that's the one person that I would put over everybody. Everybody. I would put him over everybody. Anyways, the only reason why I'm getting on here is because I want you guys to chase your dreams, you know? I want you to feel this feeling. You know, ever since I started doing these kind of things, I feel like there's nothing that I can't do, you know? And although I know there's a lot of things in this life that will humble me, I'm all right with that, because I need that. I still feel confident. I still feel like I can do a lot more than I ever could before. So I just want people to experience that, you know, especially the ones that I used to be like. So if you see me, don't feel like that, all right?